doing Final Fantasy because, oh god, last night's incident with the fucking soul cairn in Skyrim. Ugh. I just, I can't right now. I can't deal with the game right now. And right as I'm about to stream or start, I got hit with some message. Okay. Alright, and now... Man, the last one was just like a big old dungeon, and then it was just... It felt like a movie. Otherwise... Anyway, let's just get back into it. Oh, I forgot I didn't have these things activated. Thank you, company leader. I'm pretty sure it was her. Or... No, it could have been my buddy Scions, actually. Okay. Alright, let's get into this. Oh shit, sorry, Lucia. Alright, what are we doing?
No major injuries then. Good.
Okay, we're kicking off into a cutscene.
I briefed the recovered soldiers and sent them on their way as quickly as I could, but nevertheless feared they would not make it in time.
Oh yeah, we're in the nightmare realm, yeah. Meaningful stairs.
Support was invaluable. Your men saved more than a few lives.
Also, I just remembered the last episode, I mean the last Final Fantasy stream was so good because there was a lot of verbal clapbacks on things that were being said. It was awesome. Xenos was surprising. Was my favorite. When this guy over here was like, you put the whole freaking world into this kind of shit just so you can have a fight. In other words, you trigger this nightmare realm for a fight. And then he goes, oh, would you feel better if I had a better reason? Would that make you feel better about it? Oh man, that was fucking great. I loved it.
Though not all, I regret to say.
Yeah, that was,
I take it that I'm addressing Lucia Junius. I'm the Forum's envoy, Forchano Leveilleur. And you are owed an explanation for these most dire developments.
Another trial wrought by the final days. I was beginning to suspect as much.
yeah.
You doubtless feel some consternation having been forced to abandon your original plan. But trust me when I say you were right to send the refugees elsewhere. Beasts have been sighted within the capital. Perhaps it was a stroke of grim fortune that the population was decimated beforehand, as they've yet to appear in any great number, but in time. In any case, Maxima leads the remainder of the contingent in an effort to cull the creatures and evacuate the populace as we speak. Once the airships are taken to the skies, I pray your men can be persuaded to join him.
I have to admit, Favnir and Garlemald really took some big L's on in this expansion. Garlemald, as it was, got like fucked up thanks to Xenos. And then Favnir was like, its economy was like dropping fast because of the fucking I said I almost southern. But it was dropping like you know that meme where it's like stonks and it has the arrow going up? No, this is the reverse. The arrow's going down. down, down, down. And it was causing some crazy inflation. No one wanted to go in near Thavnir to trade because it's such a shithole. Well, not really a shithole, but it's just that the fucking tower there that popped up was keeping people away. They were scared. And then it got hit with the final days first.
To retain our weapons.
I wouldn't have sent you after the Scions were I expecting you to stab them in the back.
Ha. She
And
got you
I,
there.
for one, would not consider past transgressions more relevant than future contributions. Regardless of the
talks.
circumstances
Yeah.
that saw us at odds before, we need men of courage now, more than ever.
Courage, power, and wisdom. So you in or what, boy? Just nod your head like I did. Stoic nodding.
We swore to defend Garlemald, and so we shall.
Hey, attaboy.
It seems you have everything under control. You will excuse me then, for mine own duties await.
A moment,
Bye.
Master Fortuneau.
Oh.
You did desire to express your appreciation for services rendered, did you not?
Ha. He wants to hear it come out of your mouth. Look at his face.
Though if you intend to again ask that Sharlayan alter its course, you will find my gratitude insufficient.
'Tis nothing so onerous. I wish to hear the details of this grand endeavor of yours.
Do you swear to listen and to learn, and not to embark upon some scheme to impede us?
I swear.
So? Whoa.
Any other I would doubt, but you I trust to keep your word. For not once have you broken it.
Alright. He's
Very
trusting
well.
his son.
I will request that the Forum make you privy to our plans.
Oh, the
You
bird
may
video,
await our
yeah.
summons at the Baldessian Annex, assuming the decision is in your favor. Does that suffice?
Yeah, I actually took that yesterday and I kind of forgot to upload it, but I mean, a day later is still fine, right? He is such a sweetie. He likes biting my glasses so much. He's a shoulder baby. I mean, right now he can't fly. They clipped his wings, so I'm hoping soon when he gets his first molt coming, not first molt, but like a molt coming in, his feathers can grow out. And then he can fly again. I'm assuming he was flighted before, but I will make sure to see he does know how to fly. I mean, it'd be nice if he knew how to fly. I'm a little worried too because, you know, that would mean he'd have more ways to get into mischief, if you know what I mean. But so far he's a very chill bird. So far, like, he's just been like, I've been hanging around with him. Like, I moved my PS4 downstairs during the day before I move it back up here at night, up into my room for streaming. But down, you know, for the rest of the day, I keep it downstairs. We hang out. He just like sits on my shoulder or like crawls down to my legs and just sits on my slippers. And yes, it does mean that he does poop on me and stuff, so, you know. At this point, though, it's like, it doesn't even bother me anymore. It's just like, okay, poop. Just... And I even wear, like, old shirts or just this sweater like I did in the video to, you know, if he poops, then it's just on there, and I could just always just wash that. And I have a bunch of sweaters, so... I am running short.
You have my thanks.
It's not poop, it's no! That sounds bad. I love score.
Excellent. You can regale us with tales of your most recent sojourn to the First while we wait.
It was more than the first, guys. But you don't know that. Which I will tell you.
Did you hear something just now?
No, I was distracted by your ears for a second. Oh look, it's the bunny person. Little bunny people. Pudding wing? I like how my character's the one that didn't react that big about it.
Where, oh where is this star's blasted pudding?
Oh right, you guys haven't met except for Thancred and Ishtola, which they're not here. None of you guys have actually met them. Oh god.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night.
Hey, he's back.
And to this bitter clime bring warmth and comfort.
I mean, is that what you tell yourself while you're dressed like that in Garlemald?
'Tis heartening to see such an assembly upon my return. I thought often of you whilst I looked down upon our star's brilliance from the moon above.
Oh, you guys use the teleporter in the tower to get here. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yes, but what are you doing here? And dressed like that? Aren't you cold?
Verily, I fear for my health should I proceed to expound upon our purpose ere I procure more suitable garments.
Then allow me to summarize. We're here because none of you lot are up there. Nor has anyone deigned to send word about any changes in the plans. It's rude, is what it is. At least that's what I thought at first, but then folks got to wondering if you weren't in a spot of bother, so we decided to take matters into our own hands. Come down here and help, if our help be needed. So she says, but it's also something of a convenient excuse to visit Etheirys. Urianger made it sound absolutely marvelous. More so before the impending doom, but still. And it's not like there will ever be a better time. What with the aforementioned doom?
Marvellous, they say, yet not an ounce of pudding to be found. I will suffer Urianger's inferior works no more.
Ha. Urianger can't cook. For sure.
Maybe consider the plight of present company before you go blathering on about pudding and doom? Ahem. As I was saying, should you require any assistance with whatever, we are at your disposal.
I really like the way Living Way kind of like talks about certain things. Should require assistance with whatever. And then there's that other time when you kill Zodiark. Then she's like, oh well, Zodiark is no more. Oh well.
We were born from Hydaelyn's love for the lives of this star, so naturally we would much prefer to see them continue. Twiddling our thumbs up on the moon is hardly conducive to that, though, is it? Aye, not when you've all got such precious thoughts and feelings and hopes for the future deserving of more active preservation. Speaking to Urianger made us realize that while we've carried out our duties to the letter, we've failed to fulfill them in spirit. From there, it was just a hop, skip, and a jump towards resolving to do better. So please, show us how. Help us help you.
More the merrier. Join in. Oh wait, they do have creation magic. That's actually very useful.
But are they
Bunnies from the moon.
thy distant collaborators, indeed?
That too.
Hail you'd be a member of the Forum, would you? It's an honor and a pleasure to meet you at last. I'm Livingway, Hydaelyn's right paw. That last bit is very important. As am I, if I may humbly say so myself.
Humbly.
I, bid you welcome to our star, Livingway. On behalf of the Forum, I thank you for traveling such a distance to meet us. As you have surmised, preparations for the Exodus have not proceeded as smoothly as we had hoped. I should be happy to personally escort you to our headquarters in Scions, where you may advise us as you deem fit.
'Twas with reluctance that I set aside the great work of readying the moon for habitation. Be assured that I did so only after the Loporrits made plain their earnest desire to come hither, and I myself felt a growing certainty that their contributions here would prove invaluable. 'Tis trite, perhaps, but I followed my heart.
Good to have you back. May thy disciples banish this darkest of nights. You know what? Yeah, let's go with this one. This fits his way of talking. He loves it.
I am no esteemed philosopher of Eld. Nevertheless, 'tis my hope that what little knowledge I shared shall serve them well, and perchance help save us all.
Ah, damn it. I love his characterization now, ever since they actually touched it up in Shadowbringers. Like, this guy's like, you would think that he's so serious and everything, but then he gets into the most dumbest shit sometimes. Like, when he, like, I remember in Shadowbringers they said, like, the Pixies, they're like, oh yeah, we had him play a game for days where he didn't sleep at all. That was fun. And, yeah, then there's that time where, a few times where obviously he can't swim, or it was revealed that he can't swim. And, oh yeah, and then there was that one part where they're like, this one guy is like, oh, see this group here, that guy is probably a wizard, and they're off helping this young maiden find her true love or whatever. And then Urianger just goes, no, wait, no, Thanker, who was with us at the time, he goes, no, we don't have time for that. We're here for this kind of business. And then Urianger says, wait, I want to hear more about this wizard. Because he knows it's about him. And Thanker's just like, oh, God.
Will thou attend us at the Forum and lend thine own wisdom?
Yes. Oh look, I just saw no putting way over there in the back.
All quite settled, can we start moving before Urianger catches his death? Even I'm freezing out here.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was shaking earlier. Poor guy.
Oh, I dare say you'll warm up quickly once you're aboard the airship. Sat shoulder to shoulder with our fur-covered friends.
They do look like they'd be very warm. Just hold one, and that'll be like keeping you warm. Or just ask them to use their creation magic to make you a coat. Hey, we're back. Charlian. Wait, who's this? Babeth Ironheart? Beg pardon, good madam. I could scarce help but notice that sightseeing log on your person. You wouldn't happen to be the venture my niece wrote about, would you? Milith, I think was her name? Aha, so it is you. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I am Babeth Ironheart. Oh yeah, Milith and Seasoned Explorer. Be a dear and hand me that log of yours. Milith told me all about how she helped you embark on explorations of your own, so it's only right that I share with you some wisdom of my own. Yeah, here you go. Let me see here. Ah, I can't forget to mention that. And done. You should be all set, dear. I've jotted down everything I've heard about the most remarkable vistas the realm has to offer. Of course, a few notes I've shared are not more than rumors, some describing locales so fantastical that I can barely believe they exist. But, as I always say, the true joy of exploration lies not in the destination, but in the journey. So go forth, dear, and see what sort of journey these hints take you on. That sightseeing log of yours won't fill itself, you know. Nice. Alright, now I got the Endwalker Vistas. I dare say Master Fotional was as nonplussed as we to learn the identity of Hydaelyn's lunar custodians. As he will soon discover, they have much and more to offer the Forum. Might I suggest we return to the Annex forthwith? We may yet have time to discuss thy recent adventures ere we are summoned to the rostrum. Oh, right. You guys gotta know the origin of the final days. Which apparently is caused by the some guy who gave this bird girl a mission to explore outer space and ask other people in other worlds, hey, what's your reason for living? And her discovery showed that either they destroyed themselves or God knows what else. And that did not end well with them. And she could not handle that. Like, really could not handle that, and then, yeah. Was deeply affected by what she saw. Or what she and her sister saw, yeah. Because they do that shared consciousness thing, so. Like a hive mind. Alright, y'all, we're here. Not that I'm complaining, Oranje, but I wasn't expecting to see you quite so soon. Nor I thee. In extolling the virtues of Etheirys, I did inadvertently awaken in the Loporrits a desire to avert our beloved star's demise. Kryle tells us you have obtained new knowledge that may aid us in our ongoing efforts. I've news to share regarding our study of the ethereal sea, but your findings are certain to be of greater interest, so I would rather hear them first. To what revelations did Hydaelyn's Elpis flower lead? Oh boy, where to fucking start on that? So, going to the first, lets me talk to Elidibus, and then he opened a pathway to Elpis. Hey, Chill. My other bird child. And then this dynamis is what drives the final days. Anyways, I just finished streaming for tonight. Oh. Sorry, I was having dinner earlier and I couldn't really attend. Well, prepping dinner and then having dinner and then, yeah, then coming up over here to stream. If it and Akashar are one and the same, this all but proves Nadana's theory. We're an entity through sheer force of emotion to channel this vast dormant reservoir into a raging river. Its power might surpass even that of ether. Now you're the bird child. Does that mean you would feed me like a baby bird? But if our star is so replete with ether, said entity would need to be outside its influence to effectively manipulate the dynamis of the great expanse. Meteon. Yes. Or rather, the sorrow and suffering of fallen civilizations that she has been hoarding for millennia. Untold anguish and fear and hatred, drawn from every corner of the universe, all for a single purpose, the destruction of Etheirys. Or whatever world happens to capture our attention, I guess. And our foe is no longer some unknowable calamity. We have but one aim, to defeat Meteion. You make it sound so simple, but you're not wrong. Vanquish Meteion and we deliver the world from the final days. But to even attempt it, there are two conditions. First, we must determine her location. Before Meteion escaped, an enchantment was placed upon her by Vana, the woman who would become Hydaelyn. The implications of temporal magics are not entirely understood, and so we cannot assume that our Hydaelyn and Vana you met in Elpis are one and the same. Nevertheless, due to her intrinsic qualities as an all-powerful being, I wager that Hydaelyn possesses the knowledge we seek. Whether she would share that knowledge with us, however, remains to be seen. After all, she intends for us to flee Etheirys, not to stay. Do you suppose she has abandoned her pursuit of Meteion? The Vana I know would never give up. Crystal Mommy will never abandon us. That's my impression too. Otherwise she wouldn't have used me as a conduit for her will, or provided clues such as the Elpis flower. I believe she has been waiting for mankind's answer to Hermes' question. So what's the second condition? We must find a means to reach Meteion. Naturally, our chosen method will depend entirely upon wheresoever she has made her nest. Guess I'll play Skyrim tomorrow or something. Oh man, Chell. Skyrim has been pretty rough on you with the whole killing you a lot thing. Then communing with Hydaelyn must be necessity come first. Oh, must by necessity, okay. Did you and Master Matoya have any luck with your investigation into the Ethereal Sea? Sadly not. Though we enlisted the help of Arnvald and other Echo-blessed allies, we couldn't detect so much as a whisper from Hydaelyn, even from within the antitower. Master Matoya is of the opinion that in the years since abandoning it, the Forum has found some other method of receiving instructions from Hydaelyn. If so, it would most likely be some form of apparatus for observing the Ethereal Sea, though closer to home. I killed 3 dragons yesterday. Oh, right. At least there's that. Sorry to interrupt, but we've just received word from the Forum. Your presence is required in the Rostra, where they intend to discuss the Great Exodus. Uh-oh. Then Father was able to persuade them. They're finally taking us seriously. Let us hear what they have to say. It's about damn time. Oh, it took them like 500 years. After sending Graha and Hydaelyn back to Garland, I stayed in Locus Zeminis for a time. Being an Imperial province, it was already in turmoil for the onset of the final days. You wouldn't believe the difficulties we had overseeing the evacuation of the villages we visited. I have faith in the detachment we left behind will continue our work and shepherd the people to safety. To what safety can be found in a world coming to an end? Optimism, Thancred. To think the Crystal Tower of the First is capable of such feats as sending one's soul into the distant past. The events you witnessed and helped shape, may it hold the key to forestalling the final days. I'm reminded of dear friends in a future I unmade, whose selfless efforts saw the 8th Umbral calamity averted. In this timeline, at least, too much has been sacrificed for us to abandon Etheirys now. So, I read in side material, like in the Tales of the Shadow stories. He thinks that he unmade a future or something. Or a timeline, but it turns out no, it is not the case. Because, in the side story, it confirms that after he had moved the crystal crystal tower back in time and all that, they thought the people that helped him get, do that in that other timeline, they were like, well, that's it. I guess we're just gonna disappear any moment now. Nothing happened, and they're just like, okay, I guess we just keep going or something. And it woke up Midgardsormr, the big old Papa Dragon, and he thought, okay, this is what it came to. Alright, I'll help you guys rebuild. But that's basically how it ends, like Midgardsormr waking up and then saying, yeah, I'll help you rebuild. But yeah, that other timeline does indeed exist. Multiple timeline theory. This playthrough is still better than my PS4 playthrough when I couldn't even die. Oh. More entertaining, I guess, yeah. Master Matoya has suspected for some time that the Forum has been constructing a new facility for the purpose of surveying the Ethereal Sea. Of course, as the custodian of the Anti-Tower, which would presumably be rendered obsolete as a result, she has few things to say about that. Nothing that should be repeated in polite company, you understand? Ah, Master Matoya. Gotta love her. 'Twas Hydaelyn's commandment that in the event Zodiac should perish, the Loporrites were to deliver the people of Etheirys from harm. If that be the limit of their duties, they possess knowledge unparalleled in the great expanse, and the means of its traversal. Should they be persuaded to assist in our efforts to reach Mityon, we would do well to heed their counsel. At first I wasn't sure what to make of Hermes and his motives. But it's like we discussed at the Great Work, when faced with the harsh realities of life, some seek the release of death, others grow defiant. They fight. Either way, it is our right to choose. Well, that was a much quicker response than I was expecting. Nice to know our efforts on the Magna Glacis didn't go unnoticed. Father's granted us the opportunity we've been waiting for. Though we know not what information, if any, they intend to reveal. There's only one way to find out. To the Rostra. Alright, let's go! I always try to talk to all of them between things. Because sometimes they do say interesting stuff. I took that off my channel. It took nearly 5 minutes of that. So, oh, wow. Okay, that's a lot. Wow. Maybe I should do Ultra Mod Skyrim VR. Oh man, VR. To be honest, I'm surprised by how fast I'm going through it. It's only been like 20 something days and I've been through a good chunk of the content that's in there. And then there's this fucking game, it's like, what, over 100 days already? And all my other, like, normal playthroughs are like 10-ish days tops. The forum is in session, as such the Rostra is closed to visitors. I have permission. It's not on the 7th dawn. Very well, you may wait in the corridor. Of course, entry will only be permitted on the condition you leave your armaments at the door. Lest you forget, the sacred institution holds rational discourse in the highest. The implements of war are expressly forbidden. Ah, that's lame, but alright. My permission being a piece of paper that just says fuck you. Alright, here we go. Nothing that way, nothing that way. I'm all by myself here. It's funny that they said there's like 99 people. This does not look like 99 people. But hey, limitations, I guess.
There is a matter I wish to raise with you before we enter.
Okay.
We are here to listen and to learn. But if the Forum's plans are more or less what I expect, then I should like to make a proposal that will serve our ends. By your leave, of course.
I mean, you're the better negotiator here, so...
I don't see why not. Your words and wits have gotten us this far. Agreed. I will present our queries so that you may consider the most advantageous way to advance your proposal without distraction.
Thank you, everyone.
If I may have your attention, the ad hoc session will now commence.
Ad hoc?
The purpose of today's assembly
Murder
is to
them
brief
all.
the Scions
With
of
what
the
weapon? They
Seventh
took it away
Dawn
from
at
me.
their request on the Great Exodus.
Kill them like those people. Yeah, they're kind of assholes. I think they know everything. This is God just telling you to strangle and murder them.
On behalf of the Forum, I commend your heroic actions on the Magna Glaciers. We shall not soon forget your service to us and the people of Radz-at-Han.
Well, look who finally changed their tune.
The Satrap, whom we have informed of the refugees' new arrangements, sings your praises as well. As an expression of our gratitude, we will endeavor to answer your questions as fully and openly as we are able.
Huh. That doesn't sound that promising.
Then let us begin. First, it is the Forum's objective to ferry the life and knowledge of this star to the moon. Am I correct?
You are. It is for this purpose that Sharlayan has labored these many long years. We have collected biological samples and scientific records from across the star. When the time comes, they will be moved from their places in Labyrinthos and Numenor and conveyed to safety. Once that critical task has been accomplished, we will begin transporting the Sharlayan citizenry, which has been categorized into groups. The earliest arrivals are to ensure hospitable environs for those who come after. Following our people, we will send those of other nations in turn, beginning with our allies. Radz-at-Han was foremost among these, but since the final days have already come to Thavnair, we saw fit to include the refugees with earlier groupings.
An ambitious plan. You have accounted for the safety of all nations and tribes, then?
As many as we can.
As many, but not all.
And how, pray tell, do you decide who to leave behind?
Oh, man.
To journey beyond the sky is an unprecedented and immeasurably difficult endeavor. Introducing sources of inevitable conflict would condemn all to certain death.
Questions as to the validity of that approach aside, are your plans proceeding apace? We're under the impression that your primary means of celestial transportation is incomplete.
Oh yeah, that's right, they were making a ship, supposedly. Supposedly.
If only in that it does not meet our optimal parameters, that is correct. This Ark, as some have taken to calling it, is fully operational, and could be launched even today. However, the final days have progressed more quickly than we anticipated. At present, the ship is incapable of attaining speeds sufficient to meet our evacuation targets. Should we put the vessel into service, as it is now, we will be unable to travel to the moon and back quickly enough to complete the necessary number of trips. Precious lives and knowledge will be lost.
Is there anything to be done?
Looks like evacuation is out of the question.
The ether burner, the primary means of propulsion once the craft is in the space between stars, is undergoing testing to determine whether it can be made more efficient. Though cargo is being loaded for the initial phase of the Exodus, we are prepared to continue our experimentation up to the day before launch, should it prove necessary.
What if the Scions were to solve your problem? We shall help devise a means to improve the ether burner's efficiency, on 2 conditions.
Alright, here we go.
If we succeed, you must allow us to meet with Hydaelyn.
'Twas simple enough to deduce. You have a Concord, and so you would never have abandoned the anti-tower had you no other means of communication. One far more convenient, I suspect.
Got him.
The second condition, also to be met upon our success, is
This
that we
time
be
I modded
permitted to propose another
Minecraft
use for
playthrough.
your
Oh, we
ark.
fighting dragons in that too. Oh shit. I remember I saw, what was
We
it?
would be at liberty to refuse this proposal.
What was that guy's channel? Oh shit, I follow it. Oh, IGP. He did like this modded one of kaiju in Minecraft, and that shit was like nuts.
Of course. If we cannot prove its merit to the 99 here, who are we to stake on it the lives of all peoples of this star?
Quote unquote 99. Definitely don't look like 99.
Delightful as always, Master Alfino.
That old guy's a bro.
Oh, we couldn't have asked for a finer plan. Allow us to solve this complex engineering problem of which we were entirely unaware until moments ago. What could possibly go wrong? The satire writes itself. Yet, what field has not benefited from a change in perspective? When we are at wit's end, what we need is not the same dry theories recited ad nauseam, but fresh inspiration. I, for one, have faith in my erstwhile students to provide it, and I find their terms to be perfectly acceptable.
See? What a bro.
Order! Order! We have no time to waste on debate. I call a vote. All in favor of agreeing to the Scions' terms?
It's only 3 levels. There's no way that's 99.
71 in favor, 28. The ayes have it.
Alright, your math seems kind of weird in this situation, but alright.
Fortuneau, as the architect of this project, you are the best candidate to show them its current state. And bear in mind that regardless of your personal misgivings, this is the will of the Forum.
That's right.
Very well.
Ha, he
Pull
told
the
your
session
ass.
to a close. Return to your tasks with urgency. The final days wait for none.
Neither does explosive diarrhea. Alright, well, that was, yeah, kind of boring, honestly. I'm not into this, the kind of meeting stuff. Phew, I'll admit, bringing up the issue of the Forum's incomplete arc was more than a little daunting. They were, to their credit, quite open about the current state of affairs. What was even more surprising, though, was when they took Alphinaud up on his offer. While I very much take issue with the Forum's approach to selecting whom to save and when, they're not wrong for wanting to minimize potential conflicts. Fortunately, this plan of ours actually works. The Great Exodus itself will become entirely unnecessary. That's the idea. Hello, my fellow cat girl. Oh look, there's a little thing over there. I'm a little vexed that we've yet to learn of the Forum's replacement for the Antitower, though I expect that in time they'll share that too with us, and with Master Matoya if they've any sense. I mean, yeah, they should. The further we pursue the mysteries of the universe, the more I struggle to comprehend the fortuitous nature of time itself. We measure and quantify it based on observations of celestial bodies, such as the sun and moon, but from your account it is unclear whether the ancients viewed time in a similar manner. I mention this because while Vinan knew the final days would reoccur at a defined point in the future, she presumably had no way of knowing exactly when. Even so, the completion of the Forum's preparations to escape to the moon, aligning so closely with the advent on the final days, is surely no coincidence. Maybe it is? Perhaps if Red Gorsamer were still alive, in the traditional sense that is, he could have offered to help the vessel attain the necessary speeds. Then again, there's no guarantee his contribution would make enough of a difference to matter. Yeah, it would be nice to have Papa Mitty back. But he's sleeping. Of late, I have seen no sign of the Loporrits. This being their first opportunity to experience the wonders of Sharlayan, the potential for misadventure is nigh infinite. So they're around here somewhere. My affinity for espionage may have earned me the title Archon, but I was completely unaware of the Forum's plans. There may have been clues here and there had I been of a mind to look for them, but contemplating that possibility only serves to further wound my pride. Not that anyone could have realistically surmised that their brilliant stratagem was to build a giant ship, fly to the moon, a still larger vessel in truth, and use that to travel to another star. Even now, the whole idea seems positively absurd when spoken aloud. I'll fly you to the moon and back. Sorry about not letting the rest of you in on my plan. I was admittedly thinking on my feet for the most part. But since Mikar both the means of communicating with Hydaelyn and reaching Meteon, in the spur of the moment I saw involving ourselves with the completion of the arc as a way to work towards both objectives simultaneously. However, we must first keep our end of the bargain by solving the problem of the ether burner. My Eden's like freaking out over here. I like to think it is not a challenge beyond our combined expertise, or at least the expertise of our extended circle of associates. It might behoove us to learn how an ether burner actually works before we attempt to improve it, though. Right. Well, I can't help you there. As instructed, I shall take you to see the ether burner. Meet me outside the Archaeon. I trust you can make your own way there. Sure. So the Ark is being built in Labyrinthos. Hardly surprising. Where else could they conceal such a massive undertaking? Alright, let me just grab this real quick. Wait, what was it? This, Bam, got it. Those doors slapped me in the face. Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting it to be night. That was a beautiful view to walk out into. Oh right, the Archaeon. Where was that again? Was that in the fucking Labyrinthos? It is. Why can't I teleport there? Oh wait, there we go. Gonna play mobile games on my channel. Oh, you mean like... Oh wait, no, okay, sorry. I was thinking about something else. I was thinking like those gacha mobile, like phone games. You gotta play Genshin Impact. People will love that. Breath of the Waifu. Wait. It's been many moons since I last visited Labyrinthos. As vast as the archives were back then, they've only continued to grow in the days since. Yeah, you like reading, I know that. Our destination lies in the lower levels. Yeah, no shit. The Forum in its wisdom has granted you access to the Arcane's lift. Step inside and have Hydaelyn take you to the medial circuit. Alright. So Seal, you wish to use the lift, yes? Yeah. Take me to the ascending room. Oh right, the fake sky. What the hell's that? Oh, it's a mammoth. Oh, okay. Why is it just you here? Where are my friends? I sent your associates ahead to Logisticon Alpha on the other side of Muriel Organ. Oh god, fuck these names. Okay, can I go then? Actually, there's something I've been meaning to. Can it wait? No, never mind. It can't wait. Okay, let's attend to the matter at hand. Oh, thank God. Because right now, I had nothing nice to say about you right now. Not after what you did to my twins. Where am I going? Down this way? I don't know why I chose to sprint, but you know, I guess I like to struggle and make things difficult for myself. There we go. This one's faster. A stray tomato. Oh wait, this is that a farming thing, yeah. Oh crap. It squealed. What the hell? Okay, so down here. I'm assuming it's over here. It opens. Oh, there you guys are. Oof. Don't leave me alone with him again. That was weird. We must be close to the central circuit, which is where Charleon's greatest secrets are held. If the tomes are perused, told the whole story. The further underground we go, the more surprises we find. The fields we passed along the way brought back memories of Ferndale. Unfortunately, we were never blessed with such abundant crops. Oh, that was his village. The one that Nidhogg burned down. And I forgot that he had a brother. Had. On our journey here, I was filled with an inexplicable sense of elation to see vegetables other than carrots being cultivated. Why, it near brought a tear to mine eye. You've been hanging around with the Loporrits too long, huh? I wonder what this place is actually for. Good question. Knowing the Forum, even the people working down here are probably kept in the dark about the true purpose of this place. Yeah, even the... what do you call them? The Gleaners? Yeah, they didn't know what was going on. Gotta enable Hyper-V and shit. Which is disable Windows 11 for no reason. Oh no, not for no reason. We are to wait here while our father arranges for us to use the next lift. Okay, sounds cool. Here being Logisticon Alpha, where the atmospheric conditions of Labyrinthos are regulated. Water is drawn from underground and dispersed as vapor, stimulating the formation of artificial clouds and rain. By manipulating the temperature and air circulation, they're able to create the ideal environment for the growth and preservation of the biological samples kept here. Hold on, how do you know so much about it? My father brought me here as a child. What? And left me behind? Actually, you're the one who left me behind when you went off somewhere with grandfather. The night before, I've been asking father how clouds are made, so he decided to show me. It was fascinating. I peppered him with questions the entire time. That's funny. She's like, you left me behind? He's like, no, you left me behind. It is all too easy to take for granted the many interweaving aspects of the natural world, to grow inured to the wondrous. But having gained an understanding of the complex mechanisms employed by the Loporrits in recreating a similar environment, I've come to view such processes in a new light. The subterranean gardens of Labyrinthos, the lunar prison forged to contain the ancient Zodiarch, the habitations built for all mankind beneath the moon's surface, each unique, yet undeniably similar. This might actually work. Oh, it works! Yay! Congrats! It is no mere coincidence. Ever since Hydaelyn unfolded to us the grim fate that awaits Etheirys, every essential resource we could spare has been delivered to Labyrinthos in preparation for the Great Exodus. But that is not all. It is also a testing ground for the technologies that will allow us to settle on distant stars. Fucking finally. The Loporrits have endeavored to make the moon inhabitable. That is not our final destination. Mankind must learn to propagate life where there is none, to thrive where all is barren. Actually, the real final destination is death, but you know. Alas, time is not on our side. I have arranged for you all to enter the central circuit. It is there that most of our preparations for the Great Exodus are carried out, the construction of the Ark among them. Though our plans have been made public, access remains highly restricted. You, however, will not be subject to said restrictions, and will have free reign to come and go as you please. Such was the will of the Forum, after all. Oh, you saw my bird? Yeah. Little Sparty. I've only known him for a few days, and I love him so much. If something were to happen to him, I'm going to kill everyone around me and then myself. We will prove ourselves worthy of their trust. Your trust. Oh, hey. You got the fantasy hero protagonist making a return. Then let us proceed. Me personally, I wouldn't take that kind of disrespect. Alright, by creating the floor and the signs. Yeah, shut up. Let me just through. Oh, thank God they didn't leave me this time. The sooner we can get a look at this ether burner of theirs, the sooner we can start working out how to improve it. True. Please tell me we're almost there. Or is there another underground level we have to reach? Even more central circuit, perhaps? You guys live here, don't... Oh, wait, no, not here. Never mind. This is it, the central circuit. He's excited. I imagine the secrets kept here would be of great benefit of mine own research, but I will refrain from indulging my curiosity, for the time being. I have no idea what makes Alphinaud so confident we can solve this problem of theirs. Relentless optimism, I presume. A not unwelcome trait in a youth, but less so in a gambler. Aye, let us resolve never to let him set foot in the gold saucer. The gold saucer is great. The farther down we travel, the more expansive the sky above becomes, artificial though it is. Would that the heavens elsewhere could be so idyllic. It's almost dawn. Well, in this fake dawn. Oh wait, no, I already talked to you, I'm sorry. I meant to talk to him. Science. Okay. The temperate environment here is not unlike that of Bestways Burrow. Though the diverse vegetation doth produce a far more complex bouquet of aromas. A welcome difference indeed, for I have grown weary of the scent of carrots. If only Sparty would eat his carrots. He doesn't. He does like peas though, and a little bit of apples and blueberries. He likes corn, and recently he started eating red bell peppers and broccoli. And he also likes edamame, but I'm only giving him a little bit of that. I was told not to give him too much of edamame. It could make him hormonal, and we don't want that. The ether burner is being constructed not far from here. Overseeing the work is Cole Duncole. Is that a Lalafell? After whom the forge is named. Once the necessary introductions have been made, I shall leave you with him to discuss the particulars. This way. Alright, gang. Let's split up. Okay, it's like the word angry hoe. Now I can play my favorite mobile game without the hassle of losing all my data. Like my storage. Oh. Sword is like human, yeah. Birds eat human is nice. Don't hawks and vultures can potentially do that? Where am I going? Down, okay. I had a friend in FC. You see these walls here? Okay, these are obviously solid. But the ones that are like up here, you would think that they're walls, but they're not, and you can literally like fly through it. But yeah, a friend of mine did not know that, and he kept flying over them every time. When he saw one of us, like we were doing the maps, and we were doing like a treasure map. Someone had a treasure map in this area, and he saw someone in our group like fly through it, and he goes, "What? Did you fly through it?" And we're just like, "Yeah, like you never tried?" He's like, "No, I didn't." Obviously. He was like so mind blown about it. We found him.
I could swap them out.
No. Been there, done that. Damn near lost my eyebrows.
Think, Coco, think! We'd be well on our way to paradise. Visionaries patting themselves on the backs for their grand accomplishments if you'd only think!
Yes, that does sound rather lovely.
Yeah! I mean, Master Force, you know, what a pleasant surprise. We're not blasting off already, are we?
The schedule remains
He's got a mullet.
For better or worse. Which is why the Forum has elected to accept assistance in resolving the ether burner conundrum.
Not seen you lot down here before.
You know, it's also a mullet if you shave your front, but you don't shave your ass.
There are archons among their number, but engineering
I'll leave
is
that
not their
mental
expertise.
image in your guys' head.
Nevertheless, the Forum concedes the slim possibility that they may have insights to offer. If not, you are at liberty to return them to the surface, by whatever means you see fit.
I assure you that won't be necessary. Now, about your troubles with the ether burner.
Aye, I'll walk you through it. Suppose I could do with a change. To tell you, the ether burner burns ether,
It's like shaving your
ambient or
mustache.
otherwise, and transforms it into motive force. Think of it like a giant bomb that never stops exploding.
That sounds
Even
cool.
out in that black void where the ether's right sparse, it's strong enough to move our arc. And it probably won't kill you like an actual bomb.
Oh, why can't you guys make bombs? Why isn't there a class that
But
makes
it
bombs?
ain't perfect. According to my calculations, to travel to the moon and back fast enough for the Forum's liking, the conversion rate needs to be 6% more efficient. A measly 6%, you say? But if I could have squeezed even another 0.6 out of it, don't you think I'd have built it that way in the first place?
Hast thou consulted with the Loperites?
Yes, they too are conducting their own research, for lack of a ready answer.
I
The
see.
moon's
So they're
propulsion
here.
systems are considerable, naturally, yet they are commensurately massive.
The image.
It is no easy feat to convert their technology into an efficient means of propulsion for a teeny tiny toy boat, as they say, and as I most certainly do not.
Ah, they made fun of it at small. The Loperites are probably looking at it like, oh, how cute, how small this boat is. Ash, I can't get over the Ash shaving. He's like shaving your mustache.
Yes, exactly! Damn it all, I asked for refined adamantite and they send me uppity rabbits with inscrutable, ancient, incompatible technology! You're trying to drive me mad!
Do you speak of Allegan refined adamantite, perchance?
You know of it?
Only in the most general terms, I'm afraid. 'Twas an alloy of Allegan make, but the secrets of its production were closely guarded. As I recall, the record stated it was vital to Dalamud's construction and launch.
Oh, there you go. We gotta go look at all the broken Dalamud shards that were falling all around the world. There's one in Ishgard. There's one in Gridania. I think there was one in Mordona. And I think there was another one in Limsa. Oh, and Thanalan, yeah.
That's the stuff. No material more conductive far as I know. Slotting some in, like...
I remember that from the Coils of Bahamut.
Watching the river of Aether come rushing through!
Am I Australian? I am not. I am actually... American. California specifically, you know, the trash state. It is what it is.
Soul that knows how to make it though. We were fortunate enough to salvage some for the ether burner, just a wee bit, mind, from a chunk of
A wee
Dalamud
bit?
that came hurtling into the Northern Empty during the calamity. With more, well, that extra 6% efficiency would be child's play. It's a crying shame that we've
I
no
always
other
thought my
sources.
accent was like neutral. I heard that's how people kind of view it, like the American accent is a bit of a neutral accent.
Surely the many shards of
Or maybe I
diamond
just talk
scattered
weird.
throughout Eorzea would suffice. Why not get the refined adamantite from them?
Oh, we tried, believe you me. But only a few specialised pieces would have had any in them to begin with. Drive calls from Ragnarok class internment hulks. Those are the prize bits we really need. But according to the Gleaners, getting to them means delving deep into the shards. And the defences are still very operational and very eager to blow them up.
Hey Alizé, didn't we venture into those quite a bit? A lot?
It's rough going in there.
Together?
Even for the cream. Not sure they'd make it out alive.
Oh no.
Weren't we near that part of the Ragnarok when we went to destroy Bahamut?
Oh, there you go. She called it out. Yes. You want to go fetch the Watsits? The White Ribbon's ghost. It haunts me. This sounds like a job for someone else. I like that. A knight's accent. Probably. Let's be an asshole.
Oh, very funny. Ha ha.
There are multiple internment hulks in Eorzea alone, so handling this ourselves may not be the most efficient option.
See? See, I was right after
Rather,
all.
if we could salvage adamantite from the shards simultaneously...
Indeed, a job for someone else.
Thancred, is the link shell we established before you went to Garlemald still active?
Of course. The floor is yours.
Some music's gonna play right now.
What's all this?
Gathering firewood, so to speak. We alone can accomplish little, but joined by others,
It's
we may yet build
footballs.
a bonfire to carry us heavensward.
Heaven's Word!
This is Alphino.
The critically acclaimed
The Scions have need of
MMORPG.
you.
With the award-winning expansion Heaven's Word.
Understood. I will contact the Lord Commander and dispatch our finest at once.
Nice.
My sisters are somewhat preoccupied with the final days, so I will lead the 12-foot expedition myself.
Move to Australia, huh? I don't know if I would ever do that. Mostly because there's a lot of things out there that want to kill you, you know. But then again, I'm a shut-in
Are
as
you
it
aware
is.
of any
so.
other sources of refined adamantite?
What you got for me, Graha?
Logically, such an invaluable alloy would have been utilized solely where absolutely necessary, in components intended to conduct
Oz's Law!
surpassing
It's gotta be
amounts of
there.
ether. Any extant instrumentation or devices would have likely found their way into the hands of etherologists, or enthusiasts.
Or go to Oz's Law.
Magical artifacts of Allagan design? The Eastern Alliance will send word to one and all.
Oh wait, yeah, Serena knows. She does know of that one that's in that cave. It's near her
Are there
tribe.
other ways we may offer aid? No shards of the Lesser Moon scar our soil, but our stake in this cause is no less for it.
Is there anything in Othard that might be of use to you?
What did you say? Oh, you got friends in far places, lad.
We've been around.
Anyway, if you're offering, I wouldn't say no to one of those Far Eastern sacred relics. Some of them can hold enough ether to summon a whole damn primal. find a source like that with the ether burner. And 3, 2, 1, kaboom!
Alright, summon a whole damn primal indeed.
I gather you heard his explosive enthusiasm. Might you secure us a suitable relic?
Oh, the turtles. Oh my god, why can't I remember their name? That's what Sorbonne is. They're in Tamamizu. The Kojin, there we go. Yeah, the Kojin. Yeah, they have those relics.
It shall be done. I know little of machines, but I promise we will do our utmost to gather the materials you need to finish your starship. I am glad for the work, in truth. Better to busy oneself
100% should put that ad into the game.
Then why are we all still standing about yapping? There's plunder for the taking. And I'm a born plunderer.
No one fucking asked you,
I'll
Sicker.
be an old Charlian before you know it. Start mixing the grog.
I'm certain that can be arranged. Thank you all, and do be careful.
Just like that.
Aye, just like that. Our refined adamantite is on its way. Now let us consider our next steps, shall we? There's yet much to be done.
Aw. I'm so proud of you guys. Look at that. In just a few minutes, we solved their problem. For the most part. Good job, guys. Time and time again, it seems that Allegan something or other are either the cause of the solution or the cause of or the solution to our problems. Yeah, it always tends to be Allegan shit going on. Do you think the self-same materials that once launched Dalamud will now be used to help ferry mankind to the moon? There's a poetry in that. I'm confident that even the deadliest of Allegan defense mechanisms are no match for our allies. At this rate, some of them might soon have as many accomplishments to their names as a certain warrior of light. Ah, no, they still have a long way to go. Once they start killing primals, then they can add that and catch up more. But you can't top saving the whole world of the first. So, you know. Oh, and then being 8 times rejoined. Me and Arbor doing a fusion dance. Considering how much of a fuss he made at the time, I don't see why he takes every opportunity to bring it up. It was just firewood. Wait, why are you mentioning firewood? Wait. There are no oaths or contracts by the members of the Ilseberg contingent, and in many ways, it was even more loosely organized than the Crystal Braze. Nevertheless, I knew none would refuse this call to arms. Surely we have been blessed with trustworthy and dependable allies. Wait. First it's Lefroy, now the final days. Huh. No one can accuse the Ilseberg contingent of backing down from a challenge. Of course, they weren't also committed to the cause when we first set out. But after seeing the example set by you, Alphinaud, and the others, the change was palpable. They couldn't help but believe. The Bahamut is long gone, the interment hulks are far from safe. It could be much worse. Of course, they won't have to fight their way past Mercian dragons, nor is there any danger the Elder Primal might be summoned again. Even so, I dare say there are still a fair few Allegan creations and contraptions remaining to bar our friend's way. I only hope that Grandfather watches over them. What serendipitous irony that the remnants of the 7th Umbral Calamity would become the keys to mankind's salvation. Never more certain have I been that Master Louis Spall watches over us from the ethereal sea. It's times like these are reminded of how famous, or infamous, Alphinaud has become. Who'd have thought he could achieve so much with a single link pro conversation? As we're expecting rather a lot of visitors in the near future, it's best to return to the surface and inform the relevant parties. I also have a contact of my own that might be worth a try. Oh, and who might that be? Why are you laughing, Kyle? That's for me to know and you to find out. And on that note, I leave matters here in your capable hands. Best of luck. Right. Meanwhile, in Ul'dah.
Our course of action is clear. We must harvest refined adamantite from the shards of Dalamud and procure arcane relics of Allagan Make. Summon the best and brightest of our immortal flames, and form an expeditionary party at once. Call upon the Sultan Sworn and Brass Blades for support as you must. Papashan, send word to the guilds. We will require the expertise of master artisans if we are to have any hope of identifying and recovering these elusive materials. Etheirys, we have need of your stone torches. They are to assist the immortal flames in scouring the ruins, and to help secure the surrounding areas. I trust I can count on your support.
As commander of the stone torches, my son Zimberg will personally see it done.
Oh shit, that guy's all scarred up.
Pippin, I would have you lead the raiding party. Assemble your finest, and with Tizona's blade clear the way. Lord Lolorito, I pray you take charge of the search for Allagan relics. Surely you know of some being traded on open or clandestine markets, or sleeping in collectors' vaults. Of course, I ask not that you do this out of the kindness of your heart. By all means, profit on the transactions. I wish you the joy of it. The final days descend upon our world. If circumstances are truly as dire as they say, Ul'dah's best efforts may be for naught. And yet, when we Eorzeans rose from the ashes
this is
to
the music that
rebuild
was
our
playing in the
broken
Quads of
realm,
Bahamut.
did we not learn one simple truth? That which seems all but impossible to overcome alone may yet be possible if we stand together. It was the Scions who united us then, and it is the Scions who call upon us now. Ul'dah will answer that call. We will summon our courage and join the fight for our world's future. You know your duties. I, Nanamo Ul'Namo, 17th in the line of Ul, bid you good luck and Godspeed.
Everyone did that except for Lolorito. Oh, are we really gonna go through all the areas in the Black Shroud? There are the Wood Whalers and the... they're called the something quiver. I can't remember. Fuck.
We fielded a goodly number, but our ranks are heavy with healers, and an abundance of restorative magics will be of little help in destroying Dalamud's defenses.
I thought white mages had like some pretty good attacks, but I mean,
Still,
you got the stun.
It has ever
Glare
been
mage.
thus with Gridania. We must steel ourselves for a protracted engagement.
Him and his hentai male protagonist haircut.
In that case, might I suggest taking us along?
Oh, hey, Lise.
Commander Hext, what are you doing here?
None of the shards in Girabania are big enough to hold an internment hulk. So we said to ourselves, why not lend our neighbors a hand? We thought you might be short on people with a talent for breaking things.
While it pains me to admit it, you are right. Are our deficiencies so plain to see?
Now, what they're not really discussing here is that this is actually pretty big for Gridania and Alamigo, because Alamigo had tried to invade Gridania. They fought him back, but I mean, the fact that that even happened was just oof. And now this is like a friendly matter. Now it's like, obviously we're not going to invade, we're here to help.
It might have been a lifetime ago, but I was once one of the Scions assigned to the Shroud.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she was here.
I know
she helped
this
out a lot
forest
here.
well. I know your people. And I know we will be stronger if we fight this fight together.
I love your accent.
Then
Nice.
I will
Oh, thank you.
upon you with a clear conscience. Come, let us speak of how to integrate our forces.
I won't let it all be for nothing. I promise you, Papalimo.
Aw, Papalimo. Alright, see ya. Thanks for joining when you can. In Kurthis now. Oh, I mean, Kurthis does have a big old shard there. Wait.
There you are.
Oh, I know this
We've no
place.
time to waste, brother. Everyone has already...
Oh. He's praying. Before setting out. Prayer to their fallen brother. What dragon is that? A Racevalker?
That was a roar. A dragon's roar.
The Ruby Sea.
And so, in summation, the Eastern Alliance, as well as the Honourable Lord Lolorito himself, reached out to me for assistance in procuring these treasures of the Divine, and I, in turn, do beseech the Confederacy for aid. Is that
Saravan?
Hancock? What a surprise this is.
It's our boy.
And a fortuitous one at that. I have a favor to ask, you see.
The auspices, or one of them anyway. Was it Sabriel? Oh yeah, it's all coming together. No, I don't want to talk to you. If our friends are searching for refined adamantite and sacred relics, we will only know they meet your requirements once they have arrived. In the meantime, is there aught else we might do to be of service? Ha! You've already done more than enough. If I had to say, though, I could use someone who knows a thing or two about elegant technology. This, red-haired one right here. You there, the lad with the red eyes and matching hair. Ah, there you go. You seem to know more than the average scholar. That's him. He's our resident Allegan expert. Ha, if only Master Kokol knew how right he was. Well, he and Grah have established a rapport. Why don't we help with the preparations for the Great Exodus? Indeed, this would mean going above and beyond the terms of our arrangement, but I propose this not to curry favor. As confident as I am that we will succeed, we must be ready for every eventuality. This would also be an opportunity to familiarize ourselves with the logistics of traversing the great expanse. And if nothing else, it beats twiddling our thumbs while we wait for the adamantite. Alright, what we gotta do? You just say the word, and I'll kill it. Well, ain't you a bunch of helpful buggers? If you would mind to lend a hand, I know where you ought to go. Charlie and Ham is lousy with researchers and scholarly types, busying themselves preparing for the Exodus. Pah, that law need all the help they can get. Well then, off we go. Alright, you be good now. I shall never provide Master Kokol with whatever information he should require. Good job. Good boy. Where am I going again? And this way. Should I be worried there's like yellow smoke coming out of that? So my main, I've been doing like a lot of the role quests. I finished Shadowbringers, and then I finished I recently like finished the Endwalker ones, and I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty fucking good. The Endwalker ones are so good, and honestly it makes me really, it makes me want to do the same thing on this account too, so you can see those quests as well, all the individual role quests, and then also like what happens once you finish them all. I mean, I only know what happens after Shadowbringers. I haven't really finished Endwalker just yet, but I'm at that point where it's like you gotta talk to one person and then you complete the healer one. So I have yet to see if another quest pops up after that. Maybe, maybe not. But Endwalker was really good. Alright, here we are. Oh, excuse me. That was a yawn that came in. Ugh. I don't mind a bit of heavy lifting, but I draw the line at paperwork. So much as wave a sheaf of documents at me and I'll put my lance through it. Me too. As surprised as I was to learn the foreign plan to send everyone to the moon, I can't imagine how the common folk must feel about it. Do my senses deceive me? In the shadow of yon corner. One can but hope to lead the not to mischievous undertaking. Are you seeing a Lockbird over there, or? What a quaint little settlement this is. A shame it is hidden underground. In order to protect the secrets of the central circuit, the researchers must navigate a bewildering maze of paperwork before they are permitted to return to the surface. I suppose it's no different than any other aspect of Charlotte society. We do love our bureaucracy. It's very much a mirror of the city above, which is perhaps how it came to be called Charlian Hamlet. From what I can tell, a lot of the people actually live down here. I don't know how much help we can offer, but I dare say they'll benefit from some of that. Fresh inspiration, Scholar Montaigne mentioned. Let's start by asking around, ideally without getting in anyone's way. Let's meet by the Etheirys once our work is done. Alright gang, let's split up. Now I'm gonna see what Urange was noticing over here. No, it's a chocobo keep. Oh wait, Etheirys. Alright. This music is really kicking off. Oh, there's someone over here. Silken Grin. Oh, hello. Are you one of the new helpers? Working on the ether burner. Oh dear. I hear things that could to a... Oh god, that's rude. You're twice dirty. I hear things have come to a standstill on that front. Even so, I choose that over my current duties. Checking and loading samples day in, day out. It's tiring, thankless work. Still, no one will be crossed if I misplace a few legumes or what have you. The foreman's got enough on their plate as it is. While we're deciding who gets to board the Ark and when, a lot of powerful people have opinions about it. My heart goes out to Master Fortunat and the others. Hardly get a moment's rest, I expect. Do they even have time to sleep? Oh. Steady current? What's all these names? Helping with the Ark. Even with all the power Master Cole's managed to squeeze out of the ether burner, it's still not enough, apparently. And now I hear the final days have arrived. Horrible creatures running rampant all over. If only we'd begun the exodus sooner. People are dying, and there'll be no end to it if we don't fulfill our duties. But we will. We spent years preparing for this moment. Believe in the plan, and all will be well. Offering to help, that's very kind, but I should be able to organize the rest of the documents by myself. It's mostly a list of the things we'll need once we arrive on the moon, and then whichever star we choose as our new home. My duties largely concern the maintenance of living conditions, so I'll be a lot busier after we depart. I hear that our lunar collaborators have come down to assist in our efforts. We're looking forward to finally meeting them in person, after having communicated with them in such a limited capacity thus far. To be perfectly honest, I have not even the slightest idea what they look like. I do hope they're not enormous looming giants. Why, I would prefer something much smaller and fluffy, like that we had a rabbit that ran by. Okay, Loppers are definitely here. We just gotta find them. Ah, yeah, they're there. It would appear the Loppers have infiltrated Charlian's most heavily guarded facility. How, I know not. What joy to sample the delights of Etheirys. how marvelous to see you again. You'll be pleased to hear I've learned much since our fascinating discussion at the Curatorium. It's all thanks to Yonji, you see. He's taught me the finer points of cooking, which, despite my name, I knew very little about. So many dishes, so many hard-to-pronounce words. Actually, I was rather hoping he'd show me how to bake an Archon loaf. They're quite popular, I hear, though it doesn't sound like it contains any flavor to speak of. Still, if that's the sort of thing your kind enjoys, I shall make enough to last the whole journey. No, don't! Don't do it. Crikey, I was expecting to see you here, Sari. Oh, right, after I beat you up. I'm sorry, I didn't have a chance to say goodbye. And for, having those other Loporrits attack you. Terrible misunderstanding, that. Not to worry, though. As all have since recovered from the rather savage beating you administered, they bear you no ill will. Well, perhaps a little on account of savagery, but time heals all wounds. Most, anyway. Fancy meeting you here, Sari. Our friends in the forum brought us to see their teeny tiny toy boat, which was quite impressive considering they didn't use any creation magics. What we're really interested in is Etheirys itself, though we now find ourselves in sort of a funny, underground, miniaturized version of it. We were hoping the forum would give us a guided tour, but it appears they're rather preoccupied. Honestly, all that time to prepare, they're still not ready. I suppose we just have to show ourselves around. Or at least that's what we were planning to do until we chanced upon Yonji and your good self. Since you're both dawdling about, engaging in idle chit-chat, perhaps you could show us a few points of interest? Won't that be fun? Please don't tell me we're gonna be chaperoning these bunnies. A tour labyrinthos. An expected yet prudent suggestion. Given the similarities betwixt this artificial environment and Best Burrow, it would be in our best interest to have the Loporrits acquaint themselves with those conditions deemed optimal by their Sharlayan collaborators. I fear, however, that continued reliance upon my limited knowledge would risk narrowing rather than broadening their perspectives. Mayhap thou art better suited to lead this venture. What a marvelous idea. May we begin with that great big what's-it over there yonder? Ah yes, the what's-it. I shall leave his explanation to Sari. What? No. No. You're not gonna do this to me. He threw me under the bus on that one. I didn't think he had it in him. This is all very intriguing, I'm sure, but where are the food preparation stations? The, where's the word for it? Kitchens? That reminds me, Pudding Way, our newly appointed chief of pudding research, a discipline he himself founded after sampling Yonji's delights, has gone in search of Etheirys' ultimate sweet treat. Well, provided it's a pudding, as is all he ever talks about these days. Have you seen him? Once. My word, what magnificent architecture! Such immaculate curvature! I'll have to take several adjustments to my work if I'm to match this degree of craftsmanship. I shall leave no corner unrounded. Considering Singway and Growing Way specialties, I expect them to pay full attention to your explanations, which I'm sure will be most informative. Right. Why'd you do this to me? The Loporrits' technical expertise still far outstrip our own. We would be wise to allow them to form their own conclusions as to the function of the various apparatus, rather than offer uninformed suppositions of our own. Unless that is, unbeknownst to me, that our possess of surpassing knowledge of concerning construction and operation of advanced Sharlayan Watsits. Goodness me, to build something so large without creation magics. is positively stupendous. Perhaps you could direct our attention to its most important features? Oh, he's just gonna be singing, huh? Alright, what am I looking for here? Wait, what? An adventurous ambistoma? That's the axolotl! You spot an ambistoma, and especially lively one at that. It would appear that the concept you observed in another time, another place, was a proof for life in the wider world. Somehow. The ambistoma... Oh, the tanks. Huh, it's a little hard to see from here, but there's a golden pipe connected to the top of those tanks. And I can see through that window another pipe at the bottom. Ah, this is for purifying water drawn from below. Right. Metallic tube. Is that water right here from inside that great big tube? It must be because of those cogs and that gigantic wheel at the top. Oh, I see. That's how they draw up the water. That's probably some sort of spiral ship mechanism inside it, too. Mushroom-like thing. This looks like a container. That looks like the trees in Greatest Ensville. Hold on, that's a bit of a strange shape. It's thin at the bottom, but big and round at the top. Quite tall for something so unbalanced, too. Oh, now that makes sense. That's where they store the water. Did you guys see the ambistoma that was over there? Oh, I guess not. Well, if I were to hazard guess, water drawn from underground, presumably with some other mechanism, is purified here and stored in that tower before being distributed elsewhere. I'm right, aren't I? I always end up missing those secrets when we had to do the scope quest. I didn't even know about that axolotl. Yeah. Yeah, like, and I know in Shadowbringers, you see that, the random shoe bill who just stares at you. And then he shows up at your room in the first. I knew it. A design brilliant in its simplicity. I dare say it would take only a moment to install in even the harshest of environments. For us Loporrits, that is. Indeed, securing a reliable source of water is of the utmost importance for any fledgling settlement. We have read somehow that peoples of Etheirys sometimes make their homes in arid deserts and such. How are they able to survive? Yeah, usually it's in oasis, yeah, some kind of water source. Where are you from, Moon? Oh, I am from California. In America. The US of America. So, wherever you choose to live, you're never far from water. Oh dear, I worry we won't be able to procure the necessary amount. We can provide enough water to keep them from drying out completely, but it would appear they rely on it far more than we'd anticipated. Sorry, growing away. We can only go 3 days at most without water before we start getting dehydration. A few adjustments may be in order once we've calculated the average rate of consumption per individual. It may also be worth learning more about how exactly they obtain their water in the first place. Master Alphinoil spoke of the machine responsible for that feat during our journey through Logisticon Alpha, did he not? Mayhap the Loporrits will share his appreciation for the engineering marvel. Oh yes, that sounds absolutely splendid. We must journey beyond the sanctuary of Charlotte and Hamlet. I shall lead the way. Remember, we had to brave the untamed wilderness? A valid concern indeed. We could not help but notice the many dangerous-looking creatures with big, nasty teeth lurking beyond the safe confines of the settlement. Were we not escorted here by burly custodians, I dread to think what would have become of us. Regrettably, to many a hungry predator with the aforementioned big, nasty teeth, loporits may appear to be a potential and rather appetizing source of sustenance. Yeah, just like Lalafels. There's quite a bit of like flavor text about certain foods and creatures that apparently attack Lalafell a lot. Might impose upon thee to assist in securing safe passage to Logisticon Alpha. For my part, I shall act as escort to Living Way and Cooking Way, and trust Singing Way and Growing Way to thy care. Alright, I got it. I'll keep them safe. A more valiant protector they could not wish for. Godspeed. If it's all the same to you, I'd rather not be eaten by some horrid beastie. Come along, Growing Way. To the water extraction, what's it? I guess we're going over here. Okay. Why is it in the middle of this area though? Oh wait, I had to come into this thing? Okay, maybe it's behind it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was. I have a feeling the way toward is not as clear as we like. Could you go and take a look? Perhaps you could tell the local beasties were not nearly as delicious as we might appear. Ah, don't you worry your cute little heads. I got this. Get him! Come on, you're almost dead. Die! Thank you so much. I really hope this water extraction watch is worth these harrowing experiences. All part of the fun, some might say, but I'd rather not be burnt to a crisp. It's all the same to you. Okay, here we go. Well, they're all back together. My friends, I bid you welcome to Logisticon Alpha. Our destination doth lie at the lift stop. Pray follow me. marvelous, simply marvelous. So this is where the magic, or science rather, takes place. The perfect environment to sustain life, artificially created. The knowledge we'll gain here will be essential when we start looking for new stars for your kind to inhabit. Apparently, most of them don't even have an air for you to breathe. You're all very lucky that Etheirys just so happens to provide everything you need to thrive. Or did mankind turn out the way they are because of the available resources, I wonder. Either way, it's nothing short of miraculous, and I cannot wait to see more of it. As I understand, places like Labyrinthos are the exception rather than the rule. You don't all build enormous underground living spaces like this, surely? It is all very wonderful, I'm sure, but I was rather hoping to learn more about your nourishment provision facilities. In other words, where's the food? You know what, I ask that all the time. I believe both the knowledge and consumables you seek may be found at Muriel Ergonomics. As I imagine, Singing Wei and the others intend to study every conceivable facet of this apparatus. Would thou be so kind as to escort our visiting culinarian? Yes, that sounds much more interesting. Hopefully I'll be able to see firsthand some of the delicacies Ariancha was telling me about. Even his incredibly vivid, if a bit too verbose, descriptions cannot compare to sampling them myself. Not to mention, Etheirys will soon be no more, so I must learn all I can while there is still time. Let us brook no further delay. Okay, just find a way out over here, and I'm out. Oh man. Okay, at least I'm getting close. Wait, oh shit, no, I was looking... I was just trying to take a look at you guys. Because you also see them pop up on the maps, so I was curious. This is the place, yes? The heady aroma was enough to guide me here, and I've spotted several of the fruit and vegetables featured in our compendium. I'd dearly love to try some, but I read that those who help themselves to farmers' crops without permission are often caught and put into pies. Perhaps you could ask whoever's in charge if they would be willing to part with a few samples? Alright, let's get you through. Are you ready? Okay. Ah, what a fine nest this is. Ah, it's you, the one who climbed down the mine shaft. I'd show you around if I could, but I'm rushed off my feet, preparing for the Exodus. And I'm not the only one. We've all got to find ways to do what we do down here up there. First on the moon, then on whichever star the Forum decides will become our new home. It's all so sudden, so unreal. Don't you want to go to the moon? Well, it's better than waiting for the final days to claim us. But no matter how carefully it's all planned, we'll never be able to take every variety of flora and fauna with us. Even the ones we can take may not survive in the new environment, so many species doomed to extinction. Sorry, that's not what you came to talk about, is it? Nothing quite so dire, I assure you. We merely wish to sample a little of your produce if we may. And by all means, help yourselves. Much appreciated, my good fellow. So, where to begin? Where to begin indeed. Oh, I know what these are. Grapes, yes? Let's see if they are as delicious as they look. We should all be living in our way of living. So sweet, so sour, the taste is much like a ripe philosopher's carrot. And yet the texture is entirely different. The contrast between the outer skin and the fruit within is most peculiar, though far from unpleasant. Yes, I think I'll try another. Grapes are the fruits of chance. Well, that's certainly given me food for thought, though in a far less visceral manner than any philosopher's carrot. But tell me, what is your opinion of grapes? I brave an erupting volcano for a choice bunch. It's like that story about Azim wanting to save an island by stopping the eruption just so they can keep eating the grapes from there. Check out those amazing grape graphics. Oh, right. Yes, they are rather Moorish, aren't they? And from what I've read, quite versatile too. Something about people stepping on them to make intoxicating beverages, as I recall. Anyway, that's enough about grapes, for the time being. On to the next treat. Well, they're not nearly as blocky as they were. See, what's funny is that if you look anywhere else that has legs, they have a very polygon look to them. It's just looked bad because in that cutscene where it zoomed in on these things, it just showed how bad it looked. I mean, if you're gonna zoom in on things like close or just close enough, you shouldn't have it be very polygon looking. Alright, how about this one? Orange by name, orange by nature. What came first, the fruit or the color? Who cares? Let's eat. Yes, that's... Equal parts sweet and sour, as with the grapes, yet nothing alike. I may have to consult Rianche about expanding my vocabulary. I simply cannot find the words to describe it. Perhaps what I'm looking for is bitter. This is all very complicated, you know. So many flavors, so many choices, and each individual with their own personal preferences. Oh, and I see why you all turn your noses up at the idea of eating nothing but carrots. Marvelous though they still are in my estimation. Let no one say I said otherwise. But speaking of carrots, I've yet to sample any of the vegetables. Let's see what's in that field over there. Oh, it's over there. Okay. Alright, how's this? The color, that texture. They show sort of enormous round carrots. Are those are pumpkins? No, it indicates nomenclature is less of a concern than the taste. Blah, that's so hard and flavorless. I may as well be chewing a piece of wood. That all but confirms it. These are nothing more than misbegotten failures masquerading as goodly carrots. Stop, stop, stop! Can't you see these are pumpkins? And no one with any sense would try eating them raw. You're supposed to cook them first. Do you not find it an awful bother? Far from it, cooking is a joy unto itself. And what's more, it broadens the range of ingredients that we may safely eat. But above all else, cooking allows us to draw out the full potential of our produce. Pumpkin stew has been one of my favorite dishes for as long as I can remember. And then perhaps these hard blocks of plant matter can become as delicious as the orange I sampled. I wonder though, if there is anything even more delicious. How about that yellow fruit over yonder? Yellow? Oh, wait. You should really brace yourself for this one. I noticed you heard because of the cutscene that zoomed in on them, yeah. What a wondrous fragrance. With luck, I'll have a flavor to match. As I have no idea how these are Oh. Oh no. As I have no idea how these are eaten, I'll just bite into it. Oh, that's not gonna end well. My tongue... Is this poison? You're not supposed to bite into it like that with the rind and everything. A lemon? You mean it's supposed to taste like this? How can something so similar to an orange be so revolting? Ugh. It may be some time before my palate recovers from this ordeal. As such, I'd best call an end to this round of sampling. Let's say our farewells and return to the others. Oh, good grief. I fear that lemon has irrevocably ruined my sense of taste. Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh wait, it's over here. Wait, what? Oh, it's this guy. Okay. Finished, have you? I trust you found something to your liking. I'm rather enamored with the grapes and oranges. Less so the pumpkin, though I learned the hard way they're not to be eaten raw. And then there was the lemon, the deceiver. I still feel so violated. Oh man, I want to take a picture of that. I just love that line. I just realized I had this shit open. Close that. Alright, keeping that. Haha, first time, was it? I'd hate for it to leave with a bad taste in your mouth, in more ways than one. So, I'll give you this lemon muffin I baked. If this doesn't change your opinion, nothing will. More lemon? Have I not suffered enough? Nevertheless, I would be remiss of me to spurn this opportunity to... Oh, a bit of sick came up there. Learn more of your inscrutable ways. Very well, lemon muffin. Do your worst. This is... delicious. Although it still detects a hint of lemon, it complements the sweetness of the dough to create a perfect harmony. I never would have guessed its vile bitterness could be utilized so elegantly. My good chap, this is simply breathtaking. See, we rarely use lemon in its natural state, but it has a starring role in all sorts of recipes, and the same is true for many other ingredients. It comes down to making the most of the resources at our disposal, and sometimes that can even be the difference between life and death. I know we won't be able to take every species with us. No doubt the flora and agonizer of wolf is worth preserving. It will be consigned to history. Hard choices, but make them we must if we're to survive. Such strength of will. Now I know why Hydaelyn sees in your kind. What? Mankind, the Loperids, we were both born from the accumulated knowledge of the ancients. They learned all there is to learn about the nature of sentient life and the fates of the stars themselves. Once a civilization has fulfilled the basic requirements for survival, it will inevitably seek to eliminate all forms of negativity and achieve perfection. And therein lies its folly and its own downfall. For perfection is an unattainable ideal. 'Tis the paradox of the immaculate carrot. Yet civilizations since time immemorial have deemed the pursuit of perfection as progress. They pay no heed to the costs incurred by their futile quests, and all too often become architects of their own demise, their dreams forever unfulfilled. What then is the alternative? The answer lies in knowing that our existence can never be perfect. To be content with what we have and make the most of it. When life gives you lemons, make lemon muffins. Or, throw them back. Or pardon my origin, but what in the seven hells are you on about? And who are you anyway? Cooking away at your service. I'm here to help prepare for the trip to the moon. And once you get there, you'll be able to try my carrots. I've been growing all different kinds. But don't worry, there'll be room for your crops too. We'll work together to preserve as many of the Etheirys species as possible. If you're up to the challenge. Okay, yes, of course. I look forward to it. Well, this has all been highly productive. Probably. Let's go and see if Rianj and the others have run out of machinery to inspect, shall we? Alright, off we go. Although I think I'm gonna stop here for tonight. I am feeling the sleepiness hitting again. Though this is pretty fun. I kind of wish there was more, but I mean the cutscenes do just take a lot of time. Anyway, we'll stop there for tonight. Okay, so with that, good night.